What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Halucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another this week in WWE WrestleMania, Raw, SmackDown, all that other good stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have my mic. Well, I have my mic. Here's my mic, but I don't know where my thing is to hook on the mic, so I got to find that. So hopefully this video won't be like spotty and stuff like that. I'm gonna try not to do a lot of movement because I don't think the mic will pick up good. So I'm gonna try to be as still as possible. So it's been a while, been a long while. I know a lot of working I've been doing and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to hopefully with the schedule that I have, I can do these again. Um, yeah. So WrestleMania was April 1st. What week are we at? We're at April 10th. It's the week. WrestleMania, it's a whole thing. Everything is fine. I got a new phone too. Look at that. Beautiful. Anyways. So we're just going to mostly be talking about WWE and WrestleMania and Raw and SmackDown and stuff like that. There was a lot of wrestling that went on last week. There was Stand and Deliver from NXT. I think ROH had a pay per view. I don't think it was called Final Battle. Whatever that pay per view was. Um, I think New Japan just had like a show that had Mercedes Monet, aka Sasha Banks, was in a triple threat match, was really good. Uh, Okada dropped the title to Sonata, and Sonata's been chasing after the title for like 7 years. So that's a whole thing. Fatal Five Way from Stand and Deliver, with Wesley defending his title against Dragon Lee. It was Dragon Lee, Axiom, Ilya Dragunov, and JD McDonough. Fire. And then the match with Dragon Lee and Nathan Frazier on that Wednesday was also fire. So a lot of that going on. But we're here to talk about WrestleMania, guys. WrestleMania and Raw and everything that happened. Uh, my thoughts on the show is night one. I thought night one was really good. A lot of good wrestling that was going on. I gotta kind of look at it to remember a lot that what happened. But there was some good. There was a lot of good. There was some bad. There was some bad stuff, and there was some ugh, ugly stuff. A lot of ugly. Not a lot of ugly stuff. There was one ugly thing that happened, and I'm gonna get it out the way. So the Miz was hosting WrestleMania. He had Snoop Doggy Dogg, DOGG, Doggy Town, Crip walking and stuff like that. He was the co-host with Miz, and they would do these segments. Like in the middle of the segment was like uh, Miz not having the match for WrestleMania or whatever like that. So the first night it was fine. First night, Pat McAfee came out. Let's go! Everybody went crazy. They did a little tiny mini match. It was over. Good stuff. Pat McAfee won. Cole was going crazy. Corey Graves was mad. Next night, do it again. It was like, oh, well, you need another match. He said, I wasn't prepared, all the good stuff. Here comes the money. Here we go. Here comes the money. Money, 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 sweating and all the stuff he was doing, sweating. Went down in the ring. Uh, they cheered for him because it was Shane McMahon's music, and then he got injured. He was trying to hop around and do all this lifting and stuff like that. At first, I was like, okay, sure, yeah, you're doing on the work, and then he broke his ankle or tore his quad or whatever he did. I was like, oh, that's not even the worst part. The worst part is there was supposed to be a spot for Bobby Lashley and LA Knight on that show, and instead it was Shane McMahon who tore his quad. Yup. Shout out to Snoop Dogg though, who improved it. Apparently, it was him, Miz, the ref, and apparently the camera guy. All put it together and saved the segment, which could have been a total disaster, but it was still not good. Um, so that was mostly the ugly part. Uh, the bad. it wasn't really a lot of stuff wasn't really bad. It was just like okay, fine. Like John Cena and Austin Theory. It was fine. It was like any other John Cena match except Austin Theory actually won in the end. That's pretty much it. John Cena does his "You not ready for me," all that BS stuff, and then he gets him for a little bit, and then Austin Theory beats him down, does all his moves, and then John Cena comes back. But instead, I think he like kicks him in the nuts when the referee wasn't looking, hit him with the A-town down, and that was it. So yeah, that was that. Um, the women's showcase, I think that was night two. Yeah, it was night two because the men's one was night one, which we'll get to that. It was good stuff. Um, Again, it was whatever. It was fine. Um, so this whole showcase thing was assuming for Ronda Rousey to get on a car because she's Ronda Rousey. She was injured, like her whole wrist was injured. I think Shayna's foot got messed up earlier or in the match too, because like her foot was like her boot was off her foot, or her boot was off her foot. She took her boot off of her foot and whatever like that, and she was kind of like holding it and stuff like that. They weren't really in the match at all. It was like really the other three. I think it was Shotzi and Natalia, Raquel and Liv, and somebody, whoever the other team was. I forgot. Who was it? Shotzi and Natalia, Ronda, Shayna, Liv, and the other one. Oh, it was bugging. Complaint department. It was Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. It was them. They did great. They were fine. Fantastic. So that was a whole thing. Again, they all did good. It was fine, and then Ronda Rousey came in the end and won. Uh, it was what it was. Who cares? Um, Also, not bad, but again, another I guess whatever. Six woman tag match with Damage Control and the Legends, Lita, Trish, and Becky. I really was hoping Damage Control was going to win. I really did. They needed a win. They really, really needed a win because they've been losing everything. They lost the tag titles. They've been lost the cage match. I think it was. They've been everything they've been doing. They've been losing. And in my mind, I was like, okay, this is it. They're gonna win. Trish is gonna turn on Becky or whatever like that, or Trish's gonna get mad or something like that. She's not gonna show it, and then maybe the next night they would try to defend the titles against ever. Maybe Daniels could go, oh, we deserve a title rematch, and then Ronda and whoever comes out, and then they get in the thing, and then Trish turns on pretty much mostly Becky, or maybe Lita and Trish turns on Becky, and then whoever gets the tag titles, and then Trish and Becky would do that. The match that everybody's been speculating that they would do, that would lead to that on SummerSlam or whatever like that. Didn't happen. The baby faces won, and yep, that was the thing. And then the next night on Raw, there was no Bailey. Apparently, she's fine. Everybody was saying bad things that she wasn't there and whatever, but apparently she's okay. She's been doing this story on Twitter for a while about this romance thing on Twitter. So maybe that might be a thing with that. And maybe that's why they didn't have her out. They said damage control might not be a thing anymore. So personally, me personally, I never thought it should have been a thing. Well, I thought it should have been a thing, but then I was like, but you have so many other people like that fit well. If you understand what I'm saying, like that team together, like Io Sky or Shirai, whatever you want to call it. Well, it's Io Sky had a tag team with Asuka. They mentioned that plenty of times. She also teamed with Piper Niven, Piper Niven in Stardom because they like to talk about Stardom now. She did a tag team with Piper Niven. She did a tag team with But Asuka, I think Blair Davenport, who was Bea Priestley, I think she was also in like that same group that Piper Niven and Io Sky was in. I think it was, what was it called? Queen's Quest. Queen's Quest. So why don't you get them four together? Do a thing like that. Raquel Rodriguez, Dakota Kai, they were a great tag team. Liv Morgan, Tegan Knox and Shotzi, they were a tag team. Yo and Liv Morgan teams. Look at all these teams I got. I just got three separate teams just from that right there. Three separate teams right there. But was what it was. Again, we'll see what happens tonight. Also, Vince booked Raw, and that chunk was trash. That was a whole thing. But we'll talk about that in a second when we get to the other stuff. What else was on that show that was okay? I gotta look. I kind of forgot about WrestleMania was like a whole week ago. I already don't remember WrestleMania 39. We haven't got to the good stuff yet. The good stuff. Oh, okay. We could talk about this one too. I just the match itself was okay. It was fine. It wasn't okay. It was good. But again, the outcome: Bianca Belair versus Asuka. I should have known that they hate Asuka. I should have just ascended my again. Asuka should have won. She did the whole kind of. At least if she was going to lose, in my opinion, if she was going to at least going to lose, come back. And I guess the reason why she won, besides they want to do, ooh, she's perfect at WrestleMania, is because the little girl when they did the dance, which was dope. The little girls was doing the dances and stuff like that when they was doing her theme. The little girl's mom died, like passed away that day, and so I'll allow it. Asuka still should have won, but I'll allow it. But I still think Asuka should have came back and just like beat the brakes off of Asuka in front of the kids too. That's what she should have did, and made it continue. That's what she should have did. That would have been my suggestion. But it was what it was. The match again was fine. It was good. Can't go wrong with those two. But Asuka should have won. Let's see what else. Okay stuff. Oh, it's crazy. I didn't even talk about this in the bad. I don't think it was bad. Is there any more bads? There's no more bads. Yeah, those were all the not bads, but it was like the decent stuff. We'll go with um Edge Edge versus Finn Balor, the Hell in a Cell match, another match that Finn Balor probably should have won. Again, whatever. It didn't go as long as it probably would have went. During the match, Edge kind of split Finn's head open. I think he said he needed like 18 staples, which sheesh. They had to like kind of he was like busted open. They kind of had to like stop it a little bit and let him recover and things like that. And I think they went straight to the finish. I think they had like another like 5-10 minutes though, which shows how gangster Finn Balor is. But the match again was good for a Hell in a Cell match. It was good. It was fine. I didn't like the red and the blue gimmick chairs and candlesticks and stuff like that because the cage was like regular. I don't know why they did that, or maybe it was like purple. I don't know. The entrances were cool though. I liked Finn's entrance. It was dope. I also liked Edge's. His was dope. He was booed Edge, and then he did the "If You Even Know Me." It was dope. I liked it. Um, Another one, Brock Lesnar versus Omos. It went 4 minutes. I'm looking at the thing. It went 4 minutes and 55 seconds. I liked it. I didn't have no problem with it. He was welcome. It opened night two. Omos was beating up Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was running the ropes. He tried to get him up for F5. Omos said nope. Boom, tossed him. Um, and then I think he tried to get a choke slam on him, but Brock Lesnar, boom, combo jump suplexes, F5, it was over. It was fine. It didn't overstay its welcome. Didn't hate it. Again, was that all the? Yeah, that was it. Now it's time for the good. Good number one. The Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul, really good. Um, I assumed it was going to be. I mean, everybody knew it was going to be good. It's Seth Rollins and Logan Paul, and Logan Paul just re-signed his extension with WWE, which is good because Logan Paul's really good, and they'd be silly not to resign him. It's just that simple. It's point blank. Period. Um, yeah, this match was good. They went back and forth. There was a prime bottle figure. So this is funny. So there was a prime bottle figure, and people were wondering, who's that? Ended up being KSI, which was hilarious. He kind of helped Logan Paul a little bit, and they did this thing where Logan Paul likes a spot where he does the thing from the goes from the top, top of the thing, and does the elbow splash thing. So KSI had his phone out. He was going like that. He's like, look what I'm about to do with Seth Rollins. And then Logan Paul doesn't pay attention because he's spitting the thing out like Triple H. And then as he does the frog splash, Seth Rollins pulls KSI on the table, and then he lands on his frog splash KSI. He brings it back in the ring. I think he hits a curve stomp or pedigree curve stomp or something like that. No, pedigree was somewhere else. It's a curve stomp. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins win. Fun, good stuff. His buckshot Larry is fire. Next match I think was really good was the Fatal 4-Way Men's Showcase thing. It was really good. The good thing about this was Street Profits won as they should win. The bad thing about this was they had a tag team title match. Well, they had a match the next night on Raw, no tag team title match, and they lost. So that showcase was for nothing. So that was so, but the match was good. It was only 8.5 minutes. It felt like it was longer. It was good stuff for that 8.5 minutes, man. It was good stuff. Chad Gable was in there doling out German suplexes to Big Man. It was great. Oh, Angela Dawkins, like kind of bum rush, pounce, tackled Braun Strowman when he was doing his train thing. That was also fire. That was good stuff. They should have built that. She probably should have probably turned heel or whatever, but it was what it was. Um, Next up, another good stuff. Let's see. Do I talk about this before anything? Yeah, yeah. Uh, Next up is Rey Mysterio and Dom Mysterio. First of all, their entrances were both fire. It was Dominic's his prison jail entrance, fire, super fire. Super hot fire. I loved it. It was great. He was in the jail cell, and they did all these. I guess it wasn't good for the Russian whatever. Even though there's a wrestler named Gunther that nobody cares about, but whatever. So whatever. His entrance was so good. It was so good. And then Rey Mysterio's entrance, his great Muda mask, by the way, was fire too as well. The match was good. Rey Mysterio wins. Legato helped because you know uh, I think Damian Priest went out there or something like that. But yeah, that was the whole thing. It was fine. It was good. Rey Mysterio wins. It's not over. We'll talk about that later. But the match was good. I liked it, and Ray winning was good stuff. They'll probably continue this, maybe because I'm pretty sure Dom needs to get a win somewhere. They're gonna probably do a mask versus hair mask or something like that. A mask versus career. Ray's gonna win that too. But this was good stuff. Uh, Next up, what else was good? I gotta talk about Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. Now, everybody thinks that this was the best match of the night. I do not. I don't think it was. I thought it was a good match. I don't know because the first 10, 15 minutes was just. I don't think it was good. I think it was boring. And then it picked up. And then they were cooking. And they were doing the backflips and the false finishes and the riptide and natural selections. And they was hitting all the big stuff. And then I was like, oh, now we're cooking with grease. Now there's hot oil, there's chicken in it, sizzling. That's what this was doing. I was like, okay, now we're going somewhere with this. Now we're cooking. Um, but it was too much of a slow burner, way too slow burner for me. So I agree with Dave Meltzer. He gave this like a 4.75. I think it was. I think it was fair, as it should. I don't think it was 5 stars. I don't. But yeah, it was really, really, really good. Rhea Ripley wins at the end. Riptide from the second rope. Boom! 1, 2, 3, and new SmackDown Women's Champion. Magnificent. Love it. And then after that, next match, I think third best, second, um, third best match, maybe second or third. I don't know. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos for the tag team titles. This match was fire. This match was really fire. So fire, 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 fire. So the story. See now, yeah. So we'll get into the later. So the story, was Bloodline is crumbling. We're gonna prove it. Night one, Kevin Owens, second main event in a row. Night one, Mr. Night One. We love to see it. Probably won't be happening next year. They'll probably do a women's match, but yeah, this was a 5 star match, and Dave Meltzer agreed. It was a 5 star match. The drama in this match for 24 minutes, the drama in it, oh baby, it was good. They was hitting Uso splashes. They was doing each other's stuff. Um, in the end, Sami Zayn pinned Haluva kick. Hold that. Jay Uso, that's what he pinned. To get those tag team titles. The crowd went crazy. Ah! Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, we're gonna we believe in Cody. Whoa, he's gonna win because of what happened this time. Anyways, yeah, fantastic tag team match. Um, and the best match that I think of the night. I think it deserves more than 5 stars, but it is what it is. Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre, boy, oh boy, ooh, they beat each other asses. Oh my god, they murdered each other. It was great. It was fantastic. I loved it. Loved it. It was great. They just beat each other up. It was. This is. I think they said this is Gunther's like fifth 5 star match in WWE. Yeah, that boy putting in work. That boy working, tearing and buns up, killing it in the game. Sheamus was great. I think Gunther pinned Sheamus, or no, he did. He pinned Drew. Um, he did the double power bomb spot where he power bombed Drew onto on the Sheamus, and then he hit another power bomb for the win. Drew was out here chopping Gunther's chest like he didn't know who Gunther was. He was like, "Who are you?" I'm Drew McIntyre. Chops, chops, chops. Oh, it was great. It was great. It was fantastic. Giving out bro kicks, kicking out bro kicks, and big splashes and claymore and the DDTs and the knees and the mm mm mm. Yeah, it was only 16 minutes and 40 seconds. Imagine how good that match was. It was only 16 minutes and 40 seconds. Boy, oh boy, they beat each, they murdered each other, man. It was great. It was so good. It was so good, so good. Main event. I don't think this was the best match. It might have been second or third, depending on who you ask. Apparently, according to Dave Meltzer, it was the fourth best match, and I think he only thought that was the fourth best match because the winner of the match, the outcome of this match, should have been Cody Rhodes, but it was not. It was Roman Reigns. Of course it was, because LOL, lol, Roman wins again. Um, was what it was. So the difference between night one main event, which the Usos main evented by themselves, no Solo, no Paul, no Roman, just them, they lose. Roman Reigns, the same thing that we've been talking about forever and ever and ever. Solo was out there, caused a distraction. He left. Usos came out. Sammy and Kevin came out to do that. Cody was on the verge of winning. Solo comes back out again. Samoan Spike. Spear. One, two. Yeah, that happened. That was a real thing that happened. So yeah, it was what it was. I'm not. Cody should have won, right? No ifs, ands, or buts. Cody should have won, but but I can understand why they didn't have him win, mainly because the original plans was not supposed to be Cody Rhodes. The original plans was The Rock. The Rock couldn't do it. He said he couldn't do it. He's not going to be WrestleMania ready. People laughed at him. They joked and ridiculed him. And guess what? You saw what happened to Shane McMahon. So he didn't want to go out there looking like Shane, and I completely respect it. He was gonna win. The Rock was supposed to win the Rumble. He was supposed to challenge Roman. Roman was gonna beat The Rock anyway. Same way, he was gonna beat him. The Roman's reign was gonna continue anyway until Cody got it whenever he was gonna get it. They just put Cody in earlier. Still the same result. Roman wins. This is that adversity that Cody needed. Everybody keeps talking about adversity. He's like, he was Stardust. He was left in. No, that's not adversity. He came back WrestleMania. He beat Seth Rollins. And he beat him again. And then at Hell in a Cell, he beat him again with a titty half off. Came back, won the Royal Rumble at number 30. Beat Gunther, who was there at number 1. And then he beat Solo, gave him his first loss. I mean, you got to have adversity somewhere. And so he got it. Not only did he get it there, he got it the next night on Raw. So let's talk about that. So next night on Raw, Roman. Oh well, also Vince booked Raw. It was trash. Triple H came out. Was like, "We're not going anywhere. Everything's gonna be fine." Wasn't fine. Um, Roman Roman comes out, says, "Told you so." Well, he told the crowd to acknowledge him. They did not acknowledge him. Cody's music comes out. Crowd still goes crazy. Crowd still behind Cody, so it's okay. He was like, "Hey, last night you were a fantastic competitor, but I had you. Solo helped you out for like years and years. Every time that something happens, Solo bailed you out again." He was like, "I want a rematch." Everybody was like, "Woo!" And they were like, "No, absolutely not. No rematch. Not tonight. Not to next week. Not in Puerto Rico. Not at Money in the Bank. Not at SummerSlam. Never, never. No, 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 no." So then he was like, "Okay, fine. If I can't do that, well, how about I just, give me a 2-on-1 handicap match since you both basically beat me at the same time anyway." It was like, "Sure, if you can find somebody, we'll do it, but it has to be for somebody from that wrestled on WrestleMania." So there was like, so that ruled out any surprise guesses like a Jay White or like a AJ Styles or whoever. And he said, and that person can never ever challenge for the title again. Doom, doom, doom. That was supposed to be my Brock Lesnar impression. Brock Lesnar comes out, and then Roman was like, "Get him out of here. Why is he here? Why is he here?" He was here because he didn't leave after night 2. That's why. He was like, "Oh," Cody was like, "Okay, yes, let's go. Let's do it. I got Brock. I got Brock," because Brock couldn't do the thing anyway. So the main event comes. Cody's getting introduced. Then Brock Lesnar attacks him for like 10 minutes. He beats him up. Roman's like, let's just get out of there. And on SmackDown, I guess Wade Barrett said that the reason why he could have did it was because he was mad that he main evented, or that Cody main evented and Brock opened the show, which is a lame reason because Brock Lesnar opened the show plenty of times. He opened the show when he faced Seth Rollins for the Universal title. So why would he be mad? I'm confused, confuffled. Makes no sense. In my mind, the reason why he did it was because for the fact that he couldn't challenge Roman for the title anymore as long as Roman was champion. Cody Rhodes was the best chance of beating him. Had all his hopes on it. Was like, oh yeah, Cody can win. Now I get my chance at Cody. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Cody lost. Now I'm about to beat Cody's ass because he couldn't beat Roman. He had his chance and he blew it. He messed it up. That's why Brock Lesnar should attack Cody, not because he didn't main event WrestleMania. That's the silly reason. So that's a whole thing. So so that's for Cody should be good. Cody out there, um, beating Brock Lesnar, big thing. I know Brock. I mean, because Brock mostly gets to work with who he wants to, and the fact that he wants to work with Cody, it's big things for Cody. He just faced Roman. He's been facing Seth. Now he's in the program with Brock Lesnar. I think Cody's doing pretty good right now. As for Roman on SmackDown, there's this things now with Jay, mostly with Jay now, where Paul Heyman was like, "Hey, you got it. Jimmy's not here. Tribal Chief told him to stay home so you can handle the Sami Owens problem once and for all by yourself. You got this." And then he told Solo, "Hey, if he doesn't handle the problem, you handle our problem, which is Jay Uso." So they did it, and then Solo comes out. Obviously, he wants to talk to Jay. Sammy wants to talk to Jay. Kevin Owens is like, "This is a very stupid idea," um, but whatever. And then he goes, he talks to him or whatever like that. And then Solo gets attacked by Solo. They have the match. Sammy's about to win, of course. Again, Solo helps Jay win, and then they're both about to beat him up. And then Jay does a thing where he's about to hit him with a Samoan spike. Jay's like, "Hey, watch your face. Don't be doing that." And then he super kicks him, and then it's all a ruse. And then Matt Riddle comes out, beats up the Bloodline because of the Solo took out Matt Riddle, which should have been what his debut should have been, or his return should have been, not that thing with the Miz that happened on Raw. That was, again, stupid, silliness. Um, what else happened on Raw? Liv and Raquel won a tag team match to determine the number one contenders for Lita and Becky, even though Shayna and Ronda already won, which doesn't make sense because if they were injured, they shouldn't have won anyway. Whatever. So that match is happening tonight. Rhea and Bianca did a talk to each other. Yeah, they had the tag team match, which was good, but it wasn't for the titles, and Sammy and KO won. Silliness. I don't even know what else happened on that show. I'm not gonna lie to you. So that was Raw. I don't even care about that show. So that was whatever. SmackDown, they did more with the one more thing did happen. Ray had a match with Damian Priest. Bad Bunny was there. He got involved. South of Heaven on no, what happened? Was it Rey Mysterio? I think it was Rey Mysterio and Damian Priest. And Dom helped Ray win, or Dom helped Priest win. I think that was the thing that happened. And then Bad Bunny was in there. He was beating up Dom, and then Damian Priest threw Bad Bunny in there, and then he choke slammed him on the announce test. That happened. I think Bad Bunny was supposed to be part of LWO too, but they scrapped that because it's a ball. So SmackDown, it was a tag match between Santos and Ray, which was good stuff, versus Dom and Priest. They did a lot of talking, which was still good stuff, and then Ray came out with Legato. They had a match again. It was good stuff. Damian Priest came in, chokeslam. Zelina Vega was like, "Hey, Rhea, come get me." So she chased her. I think they took out Finn, and then Damon Priest still wins. So I don't know when they're going to do the LWO thing with Bad Bunny. They might do that sometime down the line. But he's probably going to join LWO soon. Legato and Santos need to win. So I don't know if Finn is cleared, but they might do like a 6-man tag where Legato and Ray can win, or they can win. I would love a one-on-one with those two at SummerSlam. That'd be great. I don't know what they're going to do with Damien Priest, though. We'll figure it out. Maybe he might be tag team champions with Dom when they do the thing. And the big thing that happened was the Triple H came out again on SmackDown, and Brawling Brutes beat Imperium too. Triple H announced that they're gonna have a draft in a couple weeks, so I don't know exactly when that's gonna happen. It's gonna be interesting because he said that everybody's eligible, so I'm assuming Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Could they do a thing where they sign somebody, like nobody knows that somebody signed, and then they be like, hey, Raw has acquired, I don't know, let's just, I know he's in AEW's, but let's say Jay White. Raw got Jay White, and everybody was like, what? So say, or here's one, Raw got Kyrie Sane. Kyrie Sane's on Raw, and everybody was like, whoa, wait, what? And then she shows up, and it'd be great. So something like that, like that's a surprise that no, because he said something unexpected. So I would assume like maybe Braun Breaker, maybe Carmelo Hayes, um, Katana and Chance, or Katana and Kaden. But I feel like there's like somebody like nobody like knows that is signed to WWE is going to be like. I feel like maybe Kyrie would be like, hey, Kyrie's here or something like that. They might throw something like that in. That'd be great. That'd be cool. Creek Brothers also should go there, but I digress. So that's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with the titles. I feel like they might split the tag team titles again. I don't think they're going to split the undisputed title. I don't. I think that since Roman, I think Cody is the person that should beat Roman for those titles, and I think Roman, since he's had him for so long, he's had him for last year. He had him for 3 years, and then he had the WWE title since last year. I think it would be cheap if he just be like, "Hey, just give me the WWE title. We'll do a tournament style." I think though. I think Roman would be like, "No, these are my titles. I won them. You can't fight. You can't beat me up. I'm keeping both of them." I think that would be in his character. And then SummerSlam, Cody wins, and then Cody would be like, "Hey, I know what you said about Roman last time. I understand that as much as I would probably like to defend him, I think that SmackDown might need a champion. I want to keep the WWE title for the legacy, all of those stuff. Here's the undisputed title." Or maybe they retired the undisputed title. It was like, hey, Roman's been champ. He killed it. This is him. We'll give him that respect. World title comes back. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? It'll be interesting to see what they do in these next couple of weeks for the draft. But that, I think, was it. I'm hungry. That was my stomach. I don't know anything else they might do. Did I see anything else on SmackDown? I don't think anything. I don't remember anything else really that happened on SmackDown. That's pretty much it. Fingers crossed, Raw doesn't suck. But that was it. Raw's gonna be a little shorter than this, maybe. Hopefully, it's not infested by Vince McMahon being silly. And I'll talk to you guys Tuesday tomorrow. I'll be back. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.